everyone, it's Nonna Grace, and I'm from Western New York. I had a few more questions that were put into my comments, and so I will answer those today. But first of all, I want to show you the Afghan that I made when I was 16 that I didn't show you yesterday because I didn't feel like going upstairs to get it and making you wait. Well, actually, you wouldn't have waited because I would have cut it and you would have seen it instantly. But I didn't feel like going up, so we'll just show it to you today. But Jim's got to hold my stuff. Here you go. Because I got other stuff I want to show you. Okay, this is the Afghan that I made when I was 16. It's a pretty Afghan. I told you it had orange in it. The orange is there. And it's the ripple pattern. But it's not the real peaked rippled pattern. It's more of a rounded ripple to it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the right side or the wrong side? I think that was the wrong side you were looking at. But it doesn't matter. It's beautiful.
Pretty much the same both ways.
It's beautiful. But this is the kind of Afghans that my mom used to make. This is the one I made at age 16. And it's keeping me warm. It's colder today. Jim says it's just right. Well, I think it's a little chilly. We'll just put it on me as long as I've got it here. Okay. Now we'll go to the questions. Okay, today I've got 2, 4, 7 questions that were presented to me today in my comments. And the first one is from Crystal Hinkley. Hi, Crystal. She wondered if I had a favorite song and what song gets stuck in my head. Well, I don't really have a favorite song, but a song that gets stuck in my head is something that I might have heard that day and that I will just play over and over and over in my brain, or I'll sing it, or I'll come out and just burst out singing it. I used to do that when I was working. One time I was down in the hall and I was in the bathroom. The bathroom has the best acoustics. And I went, summertime, and all of a sudden, I had an audience. They thought there was a concert going on. Nope, no concert, just me singing in the bathroom. But the acoustics are really beautiful. And that's what I used to do when I was working at the nursing home. And the old folks used to love it. They thought it was fun. My next question is from Diane Thoroughman. And she wants to know what my favorite movie and book are. Well, the movie that I like the best is Toby Tyler Joins the Circus. I liked it because, especially the part where the guy steps on the foot and it says something, the kid says, somebody says, I'll tell you later. And he says, nope, you'll tell me now, or you'll do it now, or something. I can't remember exactly. And the book that I like is Banned. And the book that I liked as a child, and still like, in fact, I have a copy of it because I bought it long before it was banned. And the book is Little Black Sambo. That's the book I liked, but it's banned now. You can't buy it. I'm pretty sure you can't buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Then Simply Pam asked me if I had ever gone snorkeling. No, Pam, I'm afraid of the water, sort of. I've gone swimming. In fact, when I went to swimming lessons one time, I almost drowned. And then I went fishing with my dad, and I almost drowned. So water is not my favorite thing to do. And to go into the deep water with a snorkel, I would probably think I was going to drown. Sylvia Hudell, her question was, what is your favorite item to crochet? Well, my favorite items to crochet are actually small things that don't take very long. In fact, I brought you a couple of them to show you. I can be creative, and yet it's quick. And it was like these little scrubbies. This was gifts that I made for the girls at work, and these are the extras. It says Merry Christmas on it, because I gave all the girls scrubbies that year. We used to just exchange little gifts, but they're adorable. And they're so cute.
Is there anything inside of it?
No, it's just a scrubby. You can use it on your dishes or on a pan. It's not gonna scratch anything. They're really nice.
So it's just yarn.
It's a rough yarn. I don't remember what kind I used, to be honest. I don't know. It's a rough. I don't know. I don't remember what I used. I think it was like that tooling. Or whatever it's called. There is the I think it was this stuff that I used, but fatter. I don't know. I don't remember. And here you can hold those. And the other thing I liked to do, and this was another gift that I gave the girls, and I had made coasters. And the thing that I liked about the coasters is you could be creative. These, I used the yellow with the variegated, and then I used, I could switch it around. Like the yellow is on the outside of this one, and it's on the inside of that one. So this is a set. And they're made out of cotton thread. I like making things like this. This is what I like to make. And you don't have to have, you figure the pattern out when you're doing it. The first time you might have to read the pattern, but it's so repetitive that you don't have to read the pattern. And I like things that are repetitive, and you don't have to keep looking at the pattern, and you don't have to count rows, and you don't have to count stitches. You don't have to do anything. It's just fun. Elizabeth Smart wanted to know what made me ride a motorcycle. Wow, Elizabeth, that's a story. Jim and I, when we got married, he had a motorcycle. In fact, we went on one trip when we were dating, and my dad really tried to talk him out of taking me on the bike and wanted him to, he said, you can even borrow the car. Well, Jim wanted to take the bike. I had never been on the motorcycle, and by the time I got there, I thought I was okay, but it was coming back home, and the next day when I went to work, I had such tight stomach muscles from fear of the motorcycle. And I told Jim that I never want to ride that thing again. Never again. And so when we got married, I said to him, his bike was a little bike. I said, maybe we should buy you a new one. So we bought a new bike in 1980. I forgot the year we got married almost. In 1980, we bought a bike, and so he got a new one. But I said, we'll buy it, but you don't even talk to me about riding it, because I don't want to ride it.
I never did.
Yeah. And then in 1990, I said, he wanted to do something to the bike we bought in 1980. And I said, why don't you just buy another bike instead of trying to upgrade that one? So in 1990, he got another bike, and he traded the first bike in. And then in 2000, he got another bike. And I said, this is not going to happen every year.
Every 10 years.
Every 10 years, we're not going to be getting a new bike. Well, we got a new bike. And when he took the 1990 bike back to go buy the bike, the one in
Actually, in
what?
2008, that's when I got the Kawasaki.
Is that when you got
Yep.
that one?
Yeah, because that's a 2008 model.
Okay. Well, anyways, when he went to get rid of the bike that he had, he says, "You want to ride it?" And I thought, well, I had to think. And it was going to be the last time and the only time I ever have to ride that. So I says, yeah, I guess I'll ride it. So I got on it, and I held on, how there's bars on the side of the bike. I held on my fingers when I got to the dealer. I had all I could do to open them back up because they didn't want to open. And I thought, oh no, I got to ride all the way back home. I didn't think of that part when I rode to the dealer. Then I thought, oh gosh, I got to ride back home. Well, on the new bike, it had a really nice seat. It was like sitting in my chair right here. And I adjusted my helmet, and I don't know what, and then all of a sudden I realized, oh my goodness, I'm not hanging on. And from then on, I kind of liked riding. So we were going to go on a trip. We were going to take an actual bike trip that was going to be gone for a week, about.
Yeah, almost
a week.
a
week.
With my brother and sister-in-law.
But he got vertigo. So all of a sudden now we got vertigo. Now we can't ride that bike. If he falls over, I'm a dead nut. And I can't drive it. It's too big. So,
well, the doctors told me no more motorcycles, and I said,
riding.
That's not an option for me.
Yeah. So we bought the trike. And that was fun to ride. And then one day, when I was at work, I thought, gosh, this would make Jim really happy. So I went to the motor vehicle place, and I took the written test for the motorcycle. And I passed it. And I came home and I said, guess what I just did? And I said, I just got my motorcycle permit. And his jaw could have dropped. He was shocked that I
very much
actually went and got. Then I signed up for the motorcycle course because I'd never driven a motorcycle, and I thought, well, maybe I better take the course. So I took the course, and there was 2 days of classroom, and I did that, and I passed that really, really easy. That was easy. Then it came to riding the bike. We had 2 days to ride the bike, and the third day you took a test. Well, I had never been on a bike, and everybody in my class was experienced drivers. They were getting afraid because the police were now cracking down on people and making sure they had a license, and they had been riding for like 8 years with just a permit. So they decided they better get a license, and so I took the course with this group of people. My daughter took it too, and she'd never been on a bike, but she was younger and I think better at it than me. And they said, well, we'll all go back behind the building and tell you how you did, and you'll get your certificate there. So we go back behind the building. Everybody comes out with a certificate, except for me. I didn't come out with a certificate. And so, of course, I failed. And they said, oh, you can take the test again, and just call us, and we'll set you up. And this was on a Friday that I took the test. And they said, we'll come back Sunday. So that meant I had, 1 day to practice, to get ready to go back and take the test. So I had Jim drive the motorcycle to the church parking lot so that I could practice. And I practiced for a while, and I said, okay, I'm ready. And then I took the test the next day, and the guys that were there in the class that I was in was more on my level. And when you had to go up to 30 miles an hour, and you had to stop the bike without locking the brakes and stop before you passed a certain point. And the guy goes, wow, you did that without even locking the brakes. And I stopped really fast. He said shorter and faster than anybody that he'd seen. And I was determined I was going to pass this time. And so I passed. So that's why I have the motorcycle. Then when I came home, I said to Jim, I've dropped the bike once going out of the driveway. I'm not about to drive this thing. So he bought me extra wheels to put on it. And so this year I haven't even ridden it.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even taken it out.
Nope. I took it and got it inspected.
Yeah, it's been inspected.
I've ridden it a few times. I ride it every once in a while.
It's a little bike. It's a little bike.
It's fun.
Yeah. It's easy for you because you're big. I'm not so big. For me, my feet just touched the ground if I had it as a 2-wheel. But he bought me the extra wheels, and we put that on. But I really, really, really have been thinking I might just get a Spider instead. And then maybe I'll drive more often. The thing is, you put a helmet on, it messes your hair. And that's the thing I didn't like. But if I'm just going to go around town and never take my helmet off till I got back home, I'd be okay. So that's how I started riding a motorcycle. That was a long story for that. Yep. And then Kim loves Artie. It's Kim LVS. That would be Kim Loves Artie. She wanted to know if the little people were ever put up for Halloween or Christmas as decoration. I never even thought of that. But they would make good for Halloween, but I've never done it. I just leave them up for the chickens.
What did we make them for?
We made them for a float that we were on when we were camping. It was a Teen Queen float. It was a movie theme, and we chose Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. Isela Yarn Crafts and You, I think Isela. Isela. She wanted to know if I decorate my house for the fall or decorate at all. I don't decorate at all, to be honest. I used to decorate a little bit, but you have to clean. Who wants to do that? Then you have to put it up and then you have to take it down, and I don't want to take it down. So no, I don't decorate. Did I have a video? No video for today to put in. Just the stuff I needed to show, and I've already shown that. Well, I hope you'll have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.